We head to Aqueduct for the 2023 Wood Memorial, the last 100-point race on the road to the Kentucky Derby. Welcome back to Trust the Profits YouTube page. Please like and subscribe. You are here for the Wood Memorial, the last 100-point race on the road to the Kentucky Derby. And El Hombre, the biggest thing that I am paying attention to in this race is that a majority of these horses have between 20 and 40 points. The world is watching because depending upon who gets first, second, and third is really going to be the determining factor on who fills out that 15 through 20, at least when it comes to the 20 points getting into the Kentucky Derby. What are you looking at?
I'll be honest. This is a 12-horse field. The 13 horse coming from way outside is Hit Show, is the almost unanimous choice at 8-5. I don't love that horse at all at 8-5. I mean, he's done nothing wrong again, but I think the New York circuit's been wide open. Hit Show has won the last couple out and has looked pretty good, but he's not been a world beater. This one's wide open. Just to give you a sample of what I'm thinking, I had to go about 5 or 6 deep to get any comfort on this. So they're about to go out of here. Let's see what happens.
I'm interested in the 5, Slip Mahoney, a horse sired by Arrogate, wants the distance, and he's finally getting 1 1/8. He's only run at 1 mile. I'm hoping that added distance, you're going to see this horse coming late. He was in the Gotham, really running down by the grandstand because of the loose horse in that crazy race. There's your favorite Hit Show. Another Brad Cox horse.
Yeah, Brad Cox is a wildly filled up barn this year, so this is going to be the year he probably gets the Derby. I don't know, who knows, but yeah, Hit Show is the favorite 8-5. I hate him at 8-5, but he could get it done. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that 13 post will be interesting as well as we watch the break here, and the one Dreamlike is the maiden on the inside who's going to get out, gets a nice break from the rail.
And we do have the luxury of not having those Keeneland all whites here this time. So let's see. Yeah, you get Arctic Arrogance, Lord Miles out to the early lead together. Lord Miles 59 to 1 piece. And somebody's making a big move. That's Uncle Jake. That's a horse you mentioned to me off the air just before we went on, the 10. And they're running their race way too hard early, though, baby.
You never like to see that kind of move on the first turn.
That was and meanwhile, Hit Show looking comfortable in about 5th.
Arctic Arrogance is up front, has Jorge Vargas on earlier in this card today. The original jockey, Liscano, took a pretty bad fall and had to be taken off. So a little bit of a jockey change there. And Uncle Jake and Arctic Arrogance with Lord Miles on the outside. As we talked about, anything could really happen in this race compared to the little bit formful that we saw in the Santa Anita and the Bluegrass. As they come to the far turn going 49 for half, that's not too quick up front. So these horses that are up front might have a chance. Here comes Hit Show on the outside making his move now.
Dreamlike the 1 looks like he might be live here as well. So Arctic Arrogance on the rail here, 7. The 1 of Dreamlike is past him up now, I believe. And yeah, we're watching for Hit Show. Those 3 are going to be the primary runners here. And it looks like Dreamlike the 1, baby, at 3 to 1. Let's see if Hit Show can get us home. And look at who's coming back alive. Is that Lord Miles? Miles battling on here?
Yeah, we got a race here for 3 up front.
Hit Show, I can't even tell what's happening here. It's the 8.
Hit Show, Lord Miles, and Dreamlike, and it's going to be the 8.
It's going to be the 8 over the 13.
Lord Miles.
That's a price, baby. We knew it was going to be a bomb festival.
Yeah, and we talked about if there was going to probably be, as the other 2 races were formful.
Yeah.
This one was not.
And Hit Show looked about, honestly, where I expected him to be. I knew he would have a shot here. I didn't think he would have a, the head bob, Look, 8-13, and the 1 of Dreamlike was alive there for that trifecta. But guys, I mean, we knew, listen, this was not verifying against Tapit Trice, and this was not, the Tampa Bay Derby, who had 2 or 3 live horses for the Kentucky Derby stretch here. I think the New York circuit is weak, and that just showed you it's balanced. And maybe one of them can take a step forward, but I didn't see any world beaters there compared to the first 2, preps we saw earlier today, where I think a couple of the big contenders came out of. What did you see there?
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I wanted to point out, right? So with Lord Miles taking the 100 points and Hit Show, and then you had Dreamlike, the horses Arctic Arrogance, Slip Mahoney, General Banker, Shadow Dragon, all those all those horses in that 20 to 40 range. That's trouble for them, right? Because they didn't pick up with probably what they needed. We'll do some time and do some math to see what it ends up coming up. But horses like Cyclone Mischief with 45 points, may get in. So 40 to 45, it's going to be really close, and we'll have to pay attention to that. Lord Miles came out of the Holy Bull in the Tampa Bay Derby, finished 6th in the Holy Bull, 5th in the Tampa Bay Derby behind Tapit Trice. We saw Tapit Trice as a legitimate horse running against Verifying. Tapit Trice had that tougher, Verifying had a nice clean trip. Tapit Trice was rushed up when he was behind traffic. So an interesting angle that you'll see there. Lord Miles coming out of that race, making Tapit Trice look a little bit stronger as well.
Yeah, Lord Miles, what was the final price there? I mean, that was a big bomb. And we knew outside of Hit Show taking way too much money. Hit Show at 8 to 5 was kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you.
59 to 1 on Lord Miles.
There you go, baby. So good call. Congrats to anybody who had that. Yeah, Colin, my biggest takeaway was I don't think there was a Derby winner coming out of the Wood Memorial today. We knew it could be a balanced race with a good betting opportunity, which it was. If you had Lord Miles, you're having a drink right now, enjoying your night. But anybody else, and by the way, who would bet Hit Show at 8 to 5 is crazy. But Colin, anything else before we close this thing out?
I think, if we're looking at the Derby overall, I think Practical Move obviously took some pressure. I'm still interested in Practical Move. And as we mentioned, Tapit Trice and Verifying both put on a great show. So out of those two races, I do think we got some quality horses that at least you can make cases for going into the teeth of Forte. And we still have the Lexington with the 20 points on the board available for that. We'll see who enters into that. But we're really getting close to what our field's going to look like, and that is exciting.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody, thank you. Please subscribe, like the videos, and we'll see you next time.